season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to College Station, Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Canes will kick it away first. With the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Aggies offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress the defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent.
Breaks into the open. The 40. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Aggie.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Miami's offense will go to work for the first time today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man. He is the guy. He is priority number one.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Working that left side. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground.
Oh, he's got some space. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Hurricanes trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Canes! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Looking for the time with the extra point.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Got the first down and more. Turns it over to midfield. All out of space. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They almost went end-to-end and housed it. Now a chance to stick it in the end zone. 1st and 10 from the red zone. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point in the season.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score already. There he goes. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Canes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. The Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Swings it out to his running back. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Short gain on the play before he slides. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Miami! The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive. There he goes. Inside the 30. Inside the... And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Get it out on the screen. Hard running there.
Yeah, that nigga is ridiculously fucking fast.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so
Man, get the fuck out of here. I can see if I didn't have a nigga over there, dog. I got a nigga right there. Good fucking defense, nigga. Fuck that whole ass nigga.
Stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Makes the catch.
And give me the connection, man. Give me the conjunction junction. What's your function, hoe ass nigga?
Set of downs. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Give me that conjunction junction. What's your function?
This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Look at that. They just let the nigga bounce off, dog. You going in there to some killers.
He's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Defense in press coverage. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And they add
that nigga's awareness must be fucking trash. They gotta be.
Setting up for the extra point and the
gotta be fucking trash.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and
gotta be fucking trash.
As the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense in an empty set. Might be calling a hot route. Lost a throw on 1st down. Caught.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
It's complete to the left. Turns on the Jets.
That nigga almost walked that nigga, man. Nigga almost walked that nigga, dog.
In college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there.
Fucking stop, guys. You get a stop, we might.
Because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Harris. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Lost the fire on 2nd down. He's got him in the flat. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Turning it on.
Wow.
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking deep. He's got it down right side. He's loose. Touchdown, Aggie. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And off from the shotgun. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. And I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass.
Good defense, bitch. I needed that. I needed that. I just don't let me get the pick, though. But
the punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
From the gun, the ground game. Across the 45. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Baylor. We are the eyes and ears of the college
Give me this
football
quick,
fan,
boy.
and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got his man across the middle. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab over the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Looking to throw again. Hauls it in. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
I keep bumping in
and
there.
the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Can't get him to the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Makes the grab. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On the run, it's Cortez. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4.
Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, dog.
I love the decision by the quarterback.
Oh.
He found the open man.
Now he overthrows.
Get
the fuck
a little
up.
bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Lighting off the defender. They finally get him stopped at this
Yeah,
veteran
he fucking
junior
overthrows.
running back comes up with a nice play.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Lawrence. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Keeps it himself and gets to 1st. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
This guy just gives you numbers. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Aggies. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
The kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
To the ground, he's got it again. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. There he goes. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The Canes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll leave it with him. He breaks a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. He caught it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it. You practice it.
You didn't get that. Kick that field goal, bitch.
Needs to be in rhythm and needs to execute on this third down. Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, third and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. Fourth.
Touchdown, Hurricane.
Yeah, y'all
And
actually
they
really
kick it
good.
in for 6 more points.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. As productive as these 2 offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. On the run, it's Cortez. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Cook. Quick step and go. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Cook. He got loose, almost housed, and finally dragged down at the 32.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
That's caught. It's Cook. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Outside the pocket, lets it go.
Hey, buddy, fuck me, dog. Yeah, they fucked.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. The Aggies will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete in the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A 1st down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 7. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Aggie.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Tennessee. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Harris. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the 1st down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that.
Get him out the fucking game. Why is he still in the game?
So now it's 2nd and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Just a short pass to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him to him? The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Makes the ground.
The defense.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle, jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
They boot it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen.
I want that nigga. Get up out of there!
You want to talk about
damn, you slow. God damn, boy, you slow and fast.
Return for a touchdown. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun 1st half than you? And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Sets up the screen. At midfield, he's got room. Breaks away on the left. Out of bounds at the 23-yard line as this offense dials up a chunk play. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Puts it out of the air.
Nigga just faster than my niggas.
And they add 6 more.
That's why he got so many passing yards.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point was good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Give to the back. Got the first down and more. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. A&M comes back out with another first down. Sends it back in motion. Just when they're looking run, now up top. That's caught. It's Cook.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. They're working that left side. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Texas A&M going up tempo. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. With that run run, he breaks through the 3,000-yard mark for his career.
Man, that says a lot about you. When you rush for 3,000 yards in this world where it's pass happy, that you got a guy that, no, I'm going to give him touches because he's productive. Palmer, it's led to 3,000 yards now.
And that's a lot when you consider that some of the injury issues they've had up front throughout his career. It doesn't matter. This guy still finds ways to make positive things happen. 3,000 yards, that's a lot for a running back.
Wideout trying to get it in. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice second down defense there that time. It looked like the defense was anticipating the drag route that time. You saw they were able to rally to the ball, get him down on the ground. It now sets up third down in the red zone. Let's see what they do here.
On the ground. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock. Wore these guys.
Into the end zone.
If you're gonna get in that hole, makes a good dog. I gotta get my break.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this...
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Makes the grab. It's quick. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now.
Yes, sir.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the... yard line. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the tee out.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Here's a heat. The catch is made, but he's beyond the sideline, so they'll turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Try to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back. closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the right. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
My old coach said, don't never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On third down, he drops to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return.
Let's go.
A play by this defense to get the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stance of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give from the gun. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. He leaves it with his back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's good, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's quick. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Hurricanes want to move quickly.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it. Continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. Turning it on.
And fast as shit.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Great.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen two big plays now back to...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped down at the 27. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a third and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the stick. It's Harris. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. The Canes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Quarterback moving. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead there.
Breaks into the open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A&M comes back out with another first down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Coming out with it, it's Harris. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He wastes no time and comes out throwing, using the back as a receiver on the screen. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. Quarterback empties his backfield. He'll start this drive firing. Right on the money. At the 20, he's got space. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired.